Okay, it's time for another installment of Bungie You Done Fucked Up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Venom here with We Have London Entertainment and the Exiled Existence Gaming Clan. Rah! And we are going to talk about some Curse of Osiris. Alright, so I've given pretty much every bit of this DLC my full attention for the past 36 hours or so, pretty much since it released. And I have got some thoughts. I don't even know where to begin. I guess we'll start with the pros and then we're going to the cons because I've only got about 12 minutes and I'm going to start ranting when I get to the cons. So first off, pros. The few that there are, we're going to go ahead and go through them. First and foremost, new gear. Right here you can see I've got the Garden Prodigy 1 and I've got the Soulfarer 6. I'm pretty sure I fucked those names up, but I do not care. These are some of the new special weapons you can get from unlocking, well, that you unlock in the Weapons Forge on Mercury in the Lighthouse. These weapons are nothing to write home about, and I honestly am borderline on the Scout. I kind of like the way it looks, but it's another one of those slow fire variants that I just fucking hate. I hate slow fire Scouts, but somehow every time I get one that's supposed to be awesome, it's a slow fire variant. The Dead Orbit Scout that we got, slow fire variant. The fucking first Scout rifle we get for fucking the Lighthouse, it's a slow fire variant. I hate that variant. It is shit to me. Now that being said, this one ain't too bad. So far the weapons aren't anything to write home about. They're alright. I mean, this one got a perk, melee kills reload a portion of the magazine. I mean, I do melee kill a lot, but I mean, it's still, the gear is nothing to write home about. Now, some of the, and I've only got a few pieces here, some of the actual armor, I'll let this load. It looks decent. Again, no real perks to speak of or anything. It's only legendary anyway. Really all gear and all armor is just a shell. All it is just cosmetic as far as Destiny 2 goes. Yeah, see, I got the chest piece on. I've got the arms and I've got the cape. I still need to get the boots and the helmet. But they don't look bad. They look alright. I kind of like the looks of them. I like the triangles. We made jokes on a live stream about triangles being everywhere for this, but I like them. So it's not bad. There was a ton of gear that was released for Curse of Osiris. And of course, most of it, or at least a good half of it, is just going to be stuff that's locked behind the fucking loot crates. The damn, what the hell are they called now? They're the luminescent Ingrams now, or not the bright Ingrams, the luminescent Ingrams, or fucking, I don't know, opposite of dark side Ingrams. That's all the fuck it is. All this shit's locked behind it. I haven't seen more than a dozen pieces of new weapons and gear as far as Curse of Osiris specific. And again, these are supposed to be, these are the pros, by the way. There is new gear, nothing great about them. That's armor and weapons, and no, I'm not playing too great right here because I'm just trying to get through this crap. No, that was quick. Really, that's talking to me. We got like an hour's worth of story. That's really it. I mean, I finished it in 2 hours, and that was screwing around by myself for the second half of it. We got the Infinite Forest now, which is really just a bunch of adventures, which might as well just be strikes. Not even that. They don't even take as long. We do have the hard mode strikes now, so that's good. I've still yet to find anything to make any part of the DLC worth it. And that's going to bring us over to the cons real quick. And again, yes, I know I'm ranting, but I'm on break from my, actual job. So I got very limited time right now. Cons. Again, super short fucking story. Spoiler alert for anyone who doesn't want the story spoiled. There will be no spoiler warnings for this because there's no fucking story to spoil. Okay, whatever story there might have been first off, I didn't fucking understand or even hear because all the damn exposition happened in the middle of firefights. They're fucking explaining shit going on. I got no idea what's going on because I'm sitting here trying to shoot Vex and not get my ass blown to hell. But that's where like 90% of the exposition for the story comes from, what little story there is. And then, as it turns out, Osiris is apparently such a badass anyway. He didn't fucking need. Apparently, the dude can duplicate himself infinite amount of time. So what he needed us for is beyond me. But I digress. No real fucking story. Afterwards, nothing's changed. Osiris is the most infamous or famous, depending on the perspective, guardian of all time. Here we found him. It turns out, you know, he's a good guy. Apparently, whatever they kicked him out for, you know, he was right, or I guess this is how the whole thing's supposed to go. And after you finish the story, nothing changes. He doesn't have a spot in the tower. No one else mentions him, really, except for Ikora once in a while. There's no huge changes. And again, essentially, we weren't even needed for this anyway, so... And on the whole Osiris thing, not only did we not get anything more as far as his lore explained to us, I think I now know less about Osiris than before I did the damn DLC. It was better off when Osiris was just this, you know, faceless figure that we'd all heard about and never really seen. I mean, we got to see his face. That was about the only real payoff that this whole damn campaign had. We were better off not having seen him before, letting him just be this, you know, essentially mythological guardian. But no, they essentially didn't explain anything about this guy, even though, you know, we supposedly did this great thing. And by the way, for someone who can fucking, or who is currently going through, like, every conceivable time and possibility in the fucking infinite forest, how he doesn't see us pop up, or how they never calculated for us, that makes no... That is lazy storytelling. Lazy storytelling. That's not possible. If you're going through infinity, you should be able to see everything. If you're going through infinity, then that means you've seen the future. Well, the Vex are a bunch of fucking pussies and assholes with legs, and the Guardians have turned into a sentient race of dildos, and our main attack is thrust. Okay, you've seen that reality, yet somehow you haven't seen us, the fucking main fucking character. And we're not given a reason why. Sorry, I really was just looking for a reason to use that thrust joke in there, but I think it worked. Again, nothing's really changed. There's no real gear I care about to speak of. There are some exotics. I've yet to see any of the exotics, which is going to bring me up to my next point. I take it back. I've gotten one exotic from this whole thing. I hurt my back and was at home all day Wednesday. I played this for 12 hours, trying to see if there's something that I was just missing, trying to get to unlock some of these weapons, trying to go through the freaking all the damn Infinite Force stuff, or check out some of those missions. And I got one fucking exotic all day. 3 fucking boosters. I was doing hard mode strikes, the fucking hard mode Infinite Force stuff, and public events all fucking day, and I got one exotic. And back to the whole experience nerf shit, I got one fucking Luminous Ingram or Bright Ingram or fucking loot box jerk-off machine box, whatever. I got one. 12 hours of playing. So whatever they have fixed or adjusted with experience, whether they only doubled it or what they did since the fucking Curse of Osiris release, one loot box in 12 hours of playing is not good. That is fucking terrible. And keep in mind, this is after, you know, you get the bonus 3 experience levels for, you know, the first 2 levels every week when you play. Yeah, as soon as that was gone, my experience grinded to a halt. To a fucking screeching halt. But this is something we knew already. Here's something big that we didn't realize because we have the season pass, so of course we already had a Curse of Osiris. Apparently, if you don't have the Curse of Osiris, you are locked out of some of the in-game content, which is likely, and keep in mind, I can't confirm this because I have the Curse of Osiris, so I have no way to go through and confirm it. But apparently, obviously you can't do any of the new PvP maps because you don't have the Curse of Osiris. But apparently you can't do the Nightfall Strike because the level requirement went up. Ooh, okay, I got the boots. Because the damn Nightfall requirement, the level and light level has gone up. So you can't even do that. So, yeah. Okay, so that's 3 pieces. I just need the helmet now. So yeah, that's fucking great, Bungie. You guys had a chance to make something here, to unfuck. And keep in mind, this is before the December 12th update. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try and do the raid lair. It's gonna happen. Again, I'm gonna play the content up until this season pass is done. But I agree that this should not have been charged for. What they offered for Curse of Osiris should not have cost money, should not count towards the season passes. And if the next update is something like this too, I'm talking about the next quote-unquote expansion is like this. This is less than the House of Wolves had. This is less. And this costs $20 apparently. Again, I already got it because of the season pass. This should not have been something that costs money. This is the equivalent of EA making Battlefront 2 as an apology to their player base for fucking them over on the previous Battlefront game, and then filling it with fucking progression-based loot boxes and shit. No, this is the same thing here as far as I'm concerned. This is pathetic. This does not qualify as a fucking DLC. There's nothing here, and I have not seen any real major changes to anything I can really speak about. There may be changes, like, oh, they adjusted... excuse me. Oh, we adjusted a number here, or we moved a decibel on this weapon so it no longer does this. I haven't seen any notable fucking changes to anything, except the fact that the Cryptarch can now sell you legendary Ingrams for 25 legendary shards each now. But spoiler alert, they're fucking 10 levels low. Actually, they're coming out at 300. They're 12 fucking light levels lower than what I am now, and it's the same fucking gear that we've been getting from them all along. And I bought about 50 of those damn things yesterday, because I had fucking thousands of fucking legendary shards sitting around. Not one exotic item. So if you can't get an exotic with that shit, it's so fucking low, I'm better off grinding for fucking 12 hours for the one exotic I did get. And by the way, one exotic in 12 hours of grinding, doing all the shit that should give me exotics, and all I got was a fucking Telesto, which is just a dumbed down version from the Telesto from Destiny 1. So yeah, that's my honest review of Curse of Osiris so far. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And we'll see you later.